Hello and welcome to Something for the Weekend with me, Kathie Griffiths.
Me, Fiona Scott.
Ellis Butcher.
And me, Stephen Day, with the help of some builders next door. Listen. So
they just want to be in on the action. They just don't want to miss out.
You know, they're a lovely bunch developing next door. They really are. So a big shout out to all the workers next door to me. But I'm going to mute now.
Or you could just go and make them a cup of tea. That'll keep them quiet for at least 2 hours.
Well, I'll just leave you all to it. See you later. Bye.
Nice strong cup of builder's tea. Well, coming up in today's podcast, I'm going to be chatting with a lovely lady called Angie Bird, who has been doing lots of swimming throughout the month of April in aid of a very good cause. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. He's got a wee tune from us from Fergie MacDonald. And Ellis, well, he's never lost for words, so he's going to have a Scottish word of the week for us. So looking forward, we've got lots to look forward to, haven't we? Things are opening up on Monday, non-essential shops, pubs. So if I was going to buy you a drink, what would you be having, Fee? What would you like? Your first drink from the pub?
My first drink for the pub, I'd have to just go for my normal vodka lime and soda in a tall glass with ice and a slice of lemon. Please.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Ellis? Ellis?
I'll have
lemonade.
25 pints of lager, please.
25 pints of lager. Would you have a little brolly in that?
The funny thing is that Fiona has nailed my perfect drink. Apart from the orange juice, I'd have orange juice with mine. What would you have, Kathie?
I would have a pint of real ale. A pint of real ale. So whether it was a Loch Fyne one, or any of these sort of smaller breweries, yeah, that would be me happy. Sat on the front at Oban, looking out over the sea.
Have we got time to ask Stevie and the Builders, which kind of sounds like Buddy Holly and the Crickets? Have we time to ask Stevie and the Builders what drink Stevie will be having?
I would certainly
Stevie looks like a martini man to me. Don't disappoint, Stevie.
Okay, Ellis, what do you think?
I want to say big bottle of scotch.
Oh, no.
Kathie, what's your reckoning?
Depending on the time of day, I reckon you could be partial to a wee dram of something.
Well, you're all wrong.
Oh.
So it would be a large pint, not a small pint, of very chilled, very sparkly cider.
Ooh, a cider drinker.
I am a cider drinker.
I am
a cider drinker. I drink it all of the day. It's Friday.
From the silence next door, I think the builders are probably in agreement with me.
They've gone for theirs.
And of course, there's lots of other drinks available, soft drinks too. So whether you're a drinker or not, it's a good sign, the fact that pubs are opening, because we are getting closer to that little bit of normality. So that's fantastic. And remember, you can contact us anytime you want by email if you want to share some of your news and what you're getting up to. Something for the weekend at obantimes.co.uk, or message us on Facebook, of course. So earlier this week, I was chatting with a lady called Angie Bird. She is a member of the wonderful Oban Toy Cupboard. They're a play group and they double up as a toy lending library. They've been going 30 years. Obviously, they had to shut during COVID. They're sort of about to open their doors again. But to help them fund-wise and to restock that cupboard, they needed to get some money. So Angie and a group of other mums and supporters have been swimming every day throughout April. They're doing really well. And good on them. So, the builders are in agreement. So let's have a listen to the little chat I had with Angie. Hi, Angie. Welcome to Something for the Weekend.
Hi, Kathie. Thanks so much for having me.
Have you got your cosy on? Your swimming costume on?
Not yet. It's looking a bit ominous outside. I'm sort of waiting till the sun comes out.
Now, we need to explain to our listeners that you are one of a bunch of folks who are supporting Oban Toy Cupboard, and there's a bit of special thinking going on there, because it's been 30 swims for the 30 days throughout April for 30 years off the Toy Cupboard. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. We felt it had a good ring to it,
Certainly does. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing and why you're doing it.
The Oban Toy Cupboard is a registered charity. We've been running now for 30 years. No, I haven't. I've been a part of it for the last 3, and I just think it's one of the most fantastic resources. So we have stay and play sessions, like play groups where families can bring kids to play, and then we have a toy lending library, so people can take things away. So like when my oldest daughter needed to attempt a balance bike before we knew if we were going to buy one, we could borrow one very cheaply from the toy cupboard, and I think it's such a valuable thing for families locally. Some organisations like Home Start also hire toys. It's really fantastic.
So you've got charity. Absolutely. So you've got this toy cupboard. Now I understand that you're very good at looking after your toys, but you could do with freshening up a few pieces and restocking, I think.
Yes, I think some of the toys have been in there since Toy Cupboard opened, which is definitely sustainable. But yeah, I think we could really use some bigger toys, and definitely some new stuff to hire out and to have at our sessions.
And you have 3 sessions a week, and one of those is a Gaelic session.
It is indeed, yes. We've been very lucky. Sometimes we have Duncan from come and do Gaelic book bug and things like that. It's a great way of introducing Gaelic to kids at a young age. You know, it's not over the top. It's just there. It's an undercurrent of the session. It's a great way to introduce them to little bits of the language. You know what they're like. They parrot everything. So, it's a great way to introduce it, we think.
And it's not just children from Oban who come to the sessions.
No, there are families from all over Argyll. We're down in Ardfern, and we would come up quite regularly. There's people from all over, and we're hoping that when we get some new toys, we can, they can help the whole of Argyll, and particularly even maybe take them over to the islands would be great.
That sounds fabulous. Now, of course, because of lockdown, you've not been able to have your playtime sessions. You've been sort of, you had to shut your doors, because you usually meet at the Glencruton, is it the church at Glencruton?
Yep, in the church centre. Yep, we're very lucky to have a space there.
You are, but those doors have been shut for, it seems, ages, doesn't it? But any idea when you're going to be able to reopen again?
We are hoping, in line with the guidelines, we can open soon with a limited number of parents and children for 1 session a week. And then hopefully work our way back up to the 2 sessions.
Yeah, of course. But this is one of the reasons why you're busy trying to raise as much funds as you possibly can, I think. So you can, because you're going to have to sort of heavily subsidise, being able to open, and you want to restock the toy cupboard as well. But tell us a little bit more about what you and a few others have been doing this wonderful month of April.
Yes. So we are swimming 30 swims in 30 days for 30 years. I think on day 1 we were a bit like, maybe we should have said 30 swims in like a larger number of days, but it wouldn't have had quite the same ring. So yeah, there's 7 of us, and we're joined by one of the midwives is challenging herself to as many swims as she can, not the full 30. And yeah, we've taken to the seas and the lochs, and I think we've all visited some fantastic locations to swim. Definitely not the warmest time to do it, but for sure a challenge, and for a great cause,
You're definitely a brave lot. You're a brave lot. Well done, well done. So if people want to donate, what's the best way to do that? If they want to support the Oban Toy Cupboard, how can they do it? If
you visit our Oban Toy Cupboard, you'll find the link to our fundraising page, which is called 30 Swims in 30 Days for 30 years of Oban Toy Cupboard, and there's a link there to donate if you would like to. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's great. Well, best of luck with it. And I know we'll be catching up with you in the Oban Times, and hope to feature some of the wonderful photos that you've all been snapping of yourselves when you've been braving the waters. So best of luck with the rest of it, and keep in touch with us. Let us know how you get on. Thanks very much, Angie. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Oh, that's great. And of course, the appeal is still going. So please go and search for them, Oban Toy Cupboard, and donate if you can. Fantastic. Well, I'm in the mood now. So from swimming to music. Fee, I think you've got a little bit of a tune for us, haven't you? Well, not you personally, unless you've got your banjo out or something.
Certainly not. But we've got musical royalty on the show this week. So this is Moydart's very own Ceilidh King, Fergie MacDonald. Now, anyone who knows the legend that is Fergie will know that he always has a tale or two to tell. So a few weeks ago, we ran an article on BBC Alba's Runrig Special Weekend, and the eagle-eyed accordionist gave us a bell. He'd spotted that in the photograph accompanying the article, Runrig founder Callum MacDonald was holding a copy of Fergie's 1966 chart-topping Lochmarie Islands EP. So spooky. So Fergie obviously was so excited about this, and we found out the story behind it, which we printed in Oban Times. But Fergie told us that the song, which is now a Highland anthem, was written by Kenneth Mackenzie from Western Ross. And the Fergie MacDonald Ceilidh Band at the time were the first of many to record it. And Fergie said himself, he's not a singer, he's an accordion player, he likes his tunes, but they persuaded him to sing on this, and it went to number 1 in the Scottish charts. So let's have a listen.
Show me a ring and below me Lochmarie. Lead me to my solitude and let me wander free, to climb the rocky mountain and search the glen below for a fine 10-pointer or a royal. Give to me a rifle, set me on the trail. High hills before me, the early sunshine pale, rising o'er the maiden, reflecting on Tidmore, while high on the hillside the royal rivals roar. Show me a green land below me Lochmarie. Lead me to my solitude and let me wander free, to climb the rocky mountain and search the glen below for a fine 10-pointer or a royal. Lead me where the falcon and the wild eagle soar, 1 mile north from the Bothy at Carnmore. Lofty Benefashman, I will stalk the weary stag, and thrill to the call of the wild grey lag. Show me a green land below me Lochmarie. Lead me to my solitude and let me wander free, to climb the rocky mountain and search the glen below for a fine 10-pointer or a royal. Me where I faintly see the distant Isle of Lewis. Show me all this world, there is one place I would choose, to represent the beauty of our homeland fair, Lochmarie Islands from the heights of Ablair. Show me a ring land below me Lochmarie. Lead me to my solitude and let me wander free, to climb the rocky mountain and search the glen below for a fine 10-pointer or a royal. When the light is fading and the day is wearing through, you'll find me heading west to the village of Pullew. Farewell to bonny Kernsaree, my wandering footsteps guide through the fair woods of Inveran by the riverside. Show me a ring and below me Lochmarie. Lead me to my solitude and let me wander free, to climb the rocky mountain and search the glen below for a fine 10-pointer or a royal. Show me a ring land below me Lochmarie. Lead me to my solitude and let me wander free, to climb the rocky mountain and search the glen below for a fine 10-pointer or a royal. For a fine 10-pointer or a royal.
So there we go, Lochmarie Islands. Everybody will be up jumping and singing to that.
Oh, I enjoyed that. I'm energised now. I'm so energised.
I'll tell you, the first year I came here, Kathie, I went to Mull Music Festival.
Oh.
And Trail West started playing that song, and the whole pub got up and they were jumping, and I felt so left out because I didn't know the song, and everybody else round about me was singing along, and I made it my mission to find that song and learn it. And since then, I haven't had a chance to sing it because we've been in lockdown. So.
Well, roll on next year and roll on next year's Mull Music Festival, because it's a cracking event.
Definitely.
Talking of cracking events, Scottish Word of the Week with Ellis.
Here it is, the bit you've all been waiting for. I wanted to ask Stevie what he thought of my Scottish Word of the Week jingles that I sent him not that long ago, that he's never played.
Oh, I have played them, but not publicly.
Says it all.
Say no more.
They were amusing, Ellis.
It was a little bit, Alice, it was a little bit selfish of you because I don't remember getting an email or a phone call inviting me or Fiona to sort of do the backing for you. So you just took it on yourself to do it.
He certainly did. I think
them
you should
done professionally, you see.
Well, I think Kathie, Fiona, you should distance yourself from that project after having heard the demo tape, shall we say? Never to be broadcast. Never to be broadcast.
Which was the Scottish Word of the Week that you liked the best, Stevie? Was it my Bond one? Did I do a Bond? I think I did a James Bond one.
Do you know, I'm trying to remove them from my memory. It was all a little disturbing.
I think it was the Wild West one that concerned me the most that you told me about, Ellis. The Wild West. I was thinking, and the connection is, the Wild West. The Wild West Coast. Oh, I've got it.
Right, Scottish Word of the Week. When Kathie's had too many jars of real ale after lockdown has ended, she might look a bit peely-wally.
Oh, I love peely-wally.
That's a great
peely-wally.
Great phrase.
Oh, she's looking awful peely-wally, is our Kathie.
Is that peaky? A bit peaky, we might say, in Yorkshire lingo. Is it?
I'll let you have that. Pale, off-colour, sickly looking. Fiona and Stevie, what do you think of peely-wally?
I think it's such a good word. Can be
I
used...
love it. That was one of my mum's words. You're looking a bit peely-wally today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although you say that to some people who don't know what it means and they take it as a real insult. I suppose it's in the intonation.
Well, with a little bit of sunshine, hopefully we won't be looking peely-wally. None of us are all going to be looking very healthy and toned. And just a little thing out there for people, because of the good weather, there is a wildfire warning out there, as well as the builders. I'm just being professional. How
can you speak over the builders? It's either a builder or Stevie's got a poltergeist.
Because I'm a professional and I just keep the show must go on. So yeah, just be careful out there, folks. If you're having any barbies or anything, make sure everything is disposed of carefully. So that's all we have time for this week. Don't forget you can read our stories from the Oban Times online at www.obantimes.co.uk. You can subscribe also to our page, Turning Edition, digital edition there as well. And you might find some more podcasts like this one and all kinds of other wonderful photos and videos and stories that we want to share with you. So we'd love to hear what you think of our podcasts. So, all right.
Kathie's desperate to get for a swim, isn't she? Let's be honest. She is rattled through this because she's got a swim date.
Well, wish she had a date. Never mind the swim. So we'd love to hear what you think of our podcasts.
And if you want to date Kathie.
No. So don't forget to email us at somethingfortheweekend@obantimes.co.uk. Or as I said, you can message us on Facebook. So that's it. Have a great weekend. Have a great week ahead as well. And goodbye from me, Kathie Griffiths.
From me, Fiona Scott.
Goodbye from me, Ellis Butcher.
And from me, Stephen Day, and the Builders. Goodbye.
Bye.